Live at the Hive.
Welcome to the Boise Hive and to Live at the Hive. We've got a great crowd here for you in-house tonight, and we've got a great show for you. And so, without further ado, let's get to the music. Please help me welcome, later we've got coming up, The Trees. But first, help me welcome to the stage at the beginning of time, OPTIFLYNN.
Most cultured man sat. The Greyhound bus, he sat patiently. The poor guy had his baby repoed. Perhaps McDonald's and the Super Walmart was the best place to give birth. Those jet setters at the airport, all of the rioters in their autos, staring at brightly lighted screens. Someday won't be holding iPhones, for there'll be a screen in the sky. Easy to mistake the feeling of big fish, small bowl syndrome, for a square peg, round hole, complex. Sometimes it's best to accept that you're just not like all the rest. And two wrongs may not make a right, but all the shore can write a story. My mother taught me how to do this, how to rob Peter and pay Paul, like it was so ethical. But there was a rock under my knee, the rock under it, can't you see the rock under my knee, the rock under it, can't you see? It's the folk, the roll of folk in me, the folk, it's the roll of folk, you see the folk, the roll of folk in me, it's the folk, it's the roll, it's the folk, you see. When I'm folk in shallow water, the current may just take it to some distant place where things exist in various ways. In the beginning, OPTIFLYNN formed. Welcome to the Hive, everybody. What do we play next?
Thank you. We are OPTIFLYNN. Those first two songs were from some older projects we recorded. The first one's Intermezzo. You can find that on an EP called Know Your Dragonfly on all the streaming services. And the second song was called Black Mirror, which is from the first project, or one of the early projects that Jordan did called Window Seat Reflections.
Now what?
Now we do some new stuff.
Fun.
First sat the diamond cutter, then sat the wanderer. First sat the favorite son, then sat the foreign one.
I'm recalling a cityscape and feeling deja vu setting.
All the travelers' tall tales had facets of home.
Though every city I have seen was built in equilibrium, those dreams and fears form balance beams, those concrete and steel.
Whoa. When your plans have played out well, they'll never look the same again. Equal choices, phrases, always shifting what they could have been. guide us to truth. Born from royal bloodlines, I am destined to rule all the world. I will grow more powerful through communal acts of war. First set the east sun, then set the west one. First sat the grandson, then sat the new one.
Thank you. A song called Emblems. By my big bro Mike. Hi Mom. Hi Dad. Wherever you are. There's a camera there somewhere. I was drowning at the North Dock, staring out across the black mirrored sea. The captain cried for the ship's crew, try to pass this through the hourglass's waste. Through coins, pay the price for the tour guide, tips and tricks on how to cheat the afterlife. I won't be home. I won't be home. I won't be home. Not this time. I was drowning off the North Dock. My eyelids weighted down for death's deep sleep. The water filled my lungs with a cold love. In the stillness slowly blew in my red blood. Your voice, yeah, cut like a hot knife, but the crowd ushered me along my way. I won't be home. I won't be home. I won't be home. Not this time. Not this listless line of souls shuffles to every beat. A million gowns, but 2 million or less feet. Lovers gaze beyond their reality.
When will I sip from enlightened water stream?
Once you are present, you will drink freely. Oh, so freely. All we need are daydreams and moonbeams. When your heart perceives the cosmic truth, you will be free. All we need are daydreams and moonbeams. When your heart perceives the cosmic truth, you will be free. All we need are daydreams and moonbeams. When your heart perceives the cosmic truth, you will be free. All we need are daydreams and moonbeams. Thanks. I think that's the first time we've played that song. Debut at the Hive. How privileged.
So those two songs are from an upcoming project. It's about a lot of things, but obviously like lessons learned during the pandemic. And then there's this really great author named Italo Calvino who wrote some really beautiful stuff called Invisible Cities and Cosmic Comics and Mr. Palomar.
Mr. Palomar? Yeah, you read that one?
Yeah, no, but I know you have. Anyway, so we were reading about this guy who was talking about like what it means to be a human, and then the pandemic happened, and that stuff's kind of fizzles its way into songs now. So those two songs are from an upcoming project, but I think we're gonna go back in the songbook and pull out some old tunes.
Playing a little improvisation here because our faithful fourth member, John, is quarantining right now. Yeah. And maybe you're watching, John. On the drums, we have Dave Kelly. Mike on the singing and songwriting and the guitar and the vocals and everything. I'm Jordan, and we're playing
Disconnection?
Did we play that one already?
I don't think so.
Close enough. Well, I'm walking away with a lesson learned about picking up and moving forward. She'd become my kryptonite. night. Even the thought would buckle my knees. I must have missed the signs or I read them wrong. Well, we weren't looking for the same kind of partner. Sure enough, that envelope was stamped on it, return to sender. Please don't hold on to grand expectations. Don't even if you're not prepared for an honest answer now. Well, then last night I had a dream about falling in love with another woman. When I awoke, I spoke her name. That feeling lingered all day long. Red tea, well, it casts an amber hue on my chest in the sunlight, held just to warm that empty cavity remaining. I won't hold on to grand expectations. It's not really something that I'm into. These take it, Mike. With a sidelong glance from across the room, footsteps in stereo. She could become my new addiction, a habit just too hard to break. Let's hit the space bar, release the Pac-Man arcade games. Well, they're free tonight. This could be some kind of sign of progress or just another missed connection. Please don't hold on to grand expectations. Don't even stop the moment you are in. Now it's much too much, it's much too much. My mind plays that scene on repeat. It's much too much, it's much too much. Oh, so hard for me to see. It's much too much for me to see. It's much so hard, my mind repeats. We got time for one more? What time is it? Time is one more. Okay. Time for one more. Before the trees come on, we're stoked to check them out tonight. They have a huge social media following. Would recommend giving them a whatever, like, a love, keep tabs on them. Since springtime is here, I want to remind you that it's time to start your plants in the ground, your lettuces, arugulas, all that good stuff. Garden tender of sunshine, tend this mighty heirloom vine. You'll tend this seedling heart of mine. You'll help it grow up oh so fine. Well, when it rains every day, I know you will find a way to tend this seedling heart of mine. You'll help it grow up oh so fine. So in herbal time, I hear a single windy chime. You were worth dime, well, even worth your weight in gold. Silver surviving the cold. I hear a single windy chime. You were worth every dime. Well, my whole life I had thought that it was sunshine in here on the spot. For the light, it was so strong I would bask in it the whole day long. It turns out it was just my revolution all around you. The true source of bright light that shone itself on the spot. Move me, shake me, rattle my cage. I taste this, see this fragrant sage. You let my songbird free of cage. You free it from this captive rage. Well, let us take a nature walk. If you ask me, I won't walk. You let my songbird free of cage. You're free from this captive rage. Well, my whole life I had thought that it was sunshine in here on the spot. For the light, it was so strong I would bask in it the whole day long. It turns out it was just my revolution all around you. The true source of bright light that shone itself on the spot. Every day the sun shines on. Every ray becomes a song. Every day the sun shines on. Every ray becomes a song. Every day the sun shines on. Every ray becomes a song. I guess that's it. Thank you, the Hive, the Hive, and the trees next.
I'm done pretending, my friends are unfriending, 'cause they say I changed, and I guess I probably have. But why is that so bad? To hell with their rap, 'cause I don't need their chains. Pretending, my friends are unfriending, 'cause they say I've changed, and I guess I probably have. But why is that so bad? To hell with their wrath, 'cause I don't need their chains. Rather be wrong than dead inside. I'd rather speak out than breathe a lie. I'd rather stay true than run and hide. I'm not gonna hide, I'm not gonna hide. I'm so over with that part of my life. I'm not gonna hide, I'm not gonna hide. I'm so over with that part of my, over with that part of my life. It's caught in a beginning, a twisted ascending, where the end is still pending. Think I've just changed, so let's start a new band. Give a couple less down, take off like Abraham, leave behind these chains. I'd rather be wrong than dead inside. I'd rather speak out than breathe a lie. I'd rather stand true than run and hide. I'm not gonna hide, I'm not gonna hide. I'm so over with that part of my life. I'm not gonna hide, I'm not gonna hide. I'm so over with that part of my life. I'm not gonna hide, I'm not gonna hide. I'm so over with that part of my life. I'm not gonna hide, I'm not gonna hide. I'm so over with that part of my, over with that part of my life. done pretending.
Большое спасибо.
Welcome back to Live at the Hive. We're just talking about what's coming up next. OPTIFLYNN, we're here with Jordan and Dave and Michael. David and Michael and Jordan. First of all, what do you have to say about yourself after that?
I'm just thrilled to play some music with my friends and my family, and just it means so much to me to play this stuff and share it with everyone. And I'm excited what it all amounts to when we go into the studio, some of our newer stuff, and I don't know. We mentioned a little bit about that, so yeah. It's special.
You did mention, and I wanted to follow up on that a little bit. So, can you maybe expound on how the pandemic maybe influenced either some of your songs or your writing, or maybe your trajectory as a band? How did that change things up for you guys?
I think you did a lot of evolving through the pandemic in your music writing. I mean, I was already a songwriter, and Mike came in and started writing music, and we're like, let's share some of this stuff. And then we made a bunch of earworms, and we're like, I like that melody, you like that melody, and then you could maybe expound on some of your gear exploration or songwriting.
Yeah, so I'm a band director, and I teach band, and I play wind instruments. And at the beginning of the pandemic, I was like, well, that's it, guys. No one's going to play a flute in the world ever again. And so I decided I had to learn how to play guitar, and I bought some synthesizers and finally figured out how to turn an amplifier on without it giving me explosive sounds. And I don't know, the pandemic just gave me a lot of time to sit and be with myself and reflect. Jordan had already had some really great stuff going before it, and it was like pieces of ideas, and I had pieces of ideas, and during that time they all just kind of sat in a big gelatinous ball of practice, and then eventually they formed into like these songs that we got now.
Outstanding. That's great. I love the process. Love to hear about it. So, how would you guys describe your sound?
I've heard one person call us historical folkshin. Didn't you? I heard that from you.
Did I?
Historical folkshin. I like it. Jordan?
Historical folk and roll, iconoclastic. Also, my
Iconoclastic.
favorite were that our friends over at Lower Gentry Studios did a little review of us, and that was like, it's like that's how you say it. That's how you like say we're trying to buck the trend, trying to try new stuff. I don't know. I mean, I have bands that influence me that are all the rock bands that have horns and stuff, and the songwriting, the cerebral songwriting and stories and compositional journeys. And I like to explore that myself.
Outstanding. Great explanation. So, if you're in a dream and you're flying over Boise, what does it sound like? What is the Boise sound?
Oh man, probably a lot of sounds, a lot of different kinds of sounds. I would imagine. I don't know. Ask Jordan.
I don't know. Imagine sailing over the city on a bouquet of amaranth stalks and sowing beneath you a purple forest of Dr. Seussian like trees, and I don't know, go play a banjo under one of those trees.
That's what it sounds like.
Basically, I don't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just
Anything to add?
I was just gonna say a lot of metal bands, but I like the floating on amaranth and seeing Dr. Seuss trees better.
It's a bit more vague. There's a lot left to interpretation there.
All right. So, as you guys may have heard or probably know, the Boise Hive is about saving lives and mental health awareness and providing resources for our community to deal with, tricky situations in life. We have mental health counseling here, free of charge, referrals. We've got all kinds of stuff. But the most important thing we have is a community. But to bring it back to the topic of mental health and suicide awareness and prevention, how has suicide affected the band or one of you personally? Anybody want to?
Yeah. So like one of the songs that we sang tonight is called Dome. And the beginning of Dome was a bunch of death dreams that I was having in the pandemic. And those and you can talk a lot about what dreams are, but for me, dreams are just like dealing with what you were thinking about during that day. And so I know for me during the pandemic, I had a lot of suicidal ideation and a lot of those kinds of thoughts that would just crop up in other ways. And so for me, the way that I dealt with that and the way that I I worked through it and channeled it was through songwriting and music and practicing. You know, like I said at the beginning of the pandemic, I thought no one's ever going to play a flute again in the entire world live. And then when that like anxiety started going away, then I started taking out my horns and practicing. Since everything was shut down, didn't have to go to school, that meant I could sit with my instruments for hours at a time like I haven't been able to do in 10, 15 years. And so, at least for me, you know, dealing with that personally, working it out in a musical setting was a great way to channel that energy instead of just like repressing it and not dealing with it.
Very good. Outstanding. Other than the music, what are some pro tips for keeping you sharp and healthy?
Talking with your friends. I don't know, getting to know someone who's neurotypical, or, you know, someone that you wouldn't hang out or approach normally. I don't know, make a new connection, meet someone new. Go out, I guess.
Yeah.
Safely. Whatever that means.
I would say probably exercise and do something that you enjoy, like playing music, or for me it's drums. You know, when the pandemic hit,
music and it's drums.
it's music. It's definitely music. Yeah, do something you enjoy. And if you're struggling to enjoy something, I don't know, force yourself maybe, or see a therapist.
Yeah, see a therapist. Try something new. Come on down to the Hive. Go to an OPTIFLYNN show.
OPTIFLYNN for when you need a friend.
That's right.
Is that the new sticker?
One of the old ones. You never saw that one, did you?
Oh, I didn't see that one. That's great. Retro stickers I know.
So we were talking about earlier, but what's coming next for you guys, and where can the throngs find you?
I think we'll be out first Friday in Garden City in June when it's nice and warm out. We're doing a little charity or a fundraiser for a school. I'd say, I don't know, keep an eye on social media. We have Instagram. Dave is manning the grams. He's doing a great job. I think we posted something super far out at the beginning of the show.
Yeah, you're wild.
I'm trying to. I don't really know what I'm doing yet.
Where can they find you on the Insta?
Instagram. OPTIFLYNN?
OPTIFLYNN. Okay.
Yeah.
Any last parting words for the people forever to be encapsulated on the interwebs?
Yeah, let me think about it for one.
Begin each day fresh.
I like that.
Nice.
Mike?
Yeah, just be here now.
If you are feeling suicidal, you're not alone. There's lots of people and lots of resources. You have worth, and you know.
Yeah. You're not the first one to feel that way.
Yeah, exactly.
And, you won't be the last, but anyway, give it a shot. Stick around. You're this close to maybe turning the corner. You just never know. Exactly. So, OPTIFLYNN, Jordan, Dave, and Mike, thank you guys for sharing your talents and your performances with us tonight. And we'll be back with more from The Trees, coming up after this.
Yeah.
Great job, guys.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Get drunk and sing how to clean everything. Top of our lungs. Pass around the bottle, knowing glances everything we've ever done. From suicide attempts to bad birthday. That Yamaha you had sound of your first drum. Let's drink, Rocos. No greed, no God, no hope. Burden hands cover me. We rise, we bleed. We got everything we need. Still got holes, got sound to beat. Let's address that elephant that follows me to every fucking room. Surround the grace in hot silhouettes, houses semi-dark. We rise and close in the graceful spot. I want you to know that your worries are my worries too. No extreme to Oak Coast, no creed, no God, no hope. Burden hands cover me. We rise, we bleed, we got everything we need. Still got hope, got self-defeat. Well, I've come to terms with there'll be things I've never seen. There'll be story arcs I wrote in my mind. I threw out before the first scene. Let's get drunk and sing how to clean everything top of our lungs. Pass around the bottle, knowing glances and everything we've ever done.
Get there, give me a call, just to show that you made it at all. We'll have a drink and we'll have a smoke, but I'll still want your ideas to choke. Emotional train wrecks in the halls.
Welcome back to Live at the Hive. We're pleased to have with you from the City of Trees. Please help me welcome the Trees, the Trees.
Well, give me a reason to stay, that's what she said, as she slowly walked away. If I could, oh, you know I would give it all away. Only in words, only in words, only in words. You're just a Casanova with narcissistic traits, and you can't help me. Oh, I wish that I could be the things that you see, the things you want in your dreams. But I can't and I won't, because you won't communicate with me. Well, give me a reason to stay, that's what she said, as she slowly walked away. If I could, oh, you know I would give it all away. Only in words, only in words, only in words. Maybe it's the booze, maybe it's the drugs, maybe it's the vices I keep in my life to this day. Maybe it's the way I said your name, maybe it's the way I never came, maybe it's the things I could have been. maybe it's so many things. Maybe we could have been okay. Well, give me a reason to stay, that's what she said as she slowly walked away. If I could, oh, you know I would give it all away. Only in words, only in words, only in words. Didn't mean to hurt you, didn't mean to let you down, didn't want to walk away, I just had to ease the pain. Didn't mean to hurt you, didn't mean to let you down, didn't want to walk away, I just had to ease the pain. I just had to. Give me a reason to stay, that's what she said as she slowly walked away. If I could, oh, you know I would give it all away. Only in words, only in words, only in words. So tell me your name again and again, and I still feel the same. When you went away, promised me that you said you'd stay. 5 whole days you left me hanging, oh, in the air, but it's so clear. Oh, all of the bullshit I can see so easily from way up here. I'm potential and I will potentially move on to better things. Sunday morning, no beck and call. Oh, I'd sail across the sea and search all over this great big world until you found me. But I always knew it would turn out this way, and I always knew it would turn out this way. And if I were an engineer, I'd ride the rails to you. And when the tracks run out, I would start my walking, wear holes in my shoes. But I always knew it would turn out this way, and I always knew it would turn out this way. Well, we're the trees, and we're really happy to be here. Thank you so much, Boise Hive, for having us. And it's been a long time since we've been on a stage, you know, with the last 2 years and the way they've gone, but we're very excited to be here playing for all of you and playing for everybody that's listening and watching over the internet. This right here playing bass, Mr. Casey Burkett. Yep. Coming in on drums is gonna be Clinton Smith. And this song is called Bridge. Into the pines, crossing state lines, not afraid of the dark. We are who we are. Bridge ahead, well, she was a siren, pulled me to the rock, pulled me back to shore, like you did before. Don't let me go. Pull me back to shore, like you did before. Don't let me go. Well, she was a Pisces. She's all I see, like a fish in the river, babe, river, babe. You caught me. Remember when I told you you remind me of the sea, the way your tide crashes over me. Bridge ahead, Sitting around the campfire talking about what we wanna do and who we wanna be. I don't know much about this world. I know I want you there with me. And bridge ahead. Well, she was a siren. Pull me to the rocks, pull me back to shore, like you did before. Don't let me go. Pull me back to shore, like you did before. Don't let me go. Pull me back to shore, like you did before. Don't let me go. Thank you. This next song we've got for you is it's kind of a new one that we've been working on, and it is I wrote this song. It's about being in a local band and trying to like kind of break into the local scene and how hard that is, and how it is. Sometimes it's tough to do that, playing what you want rather than what like wants to be heard, and so it's about like the struggle between I guess selling out for like $10 versus playing what you want. The price is low, yes. Burlap sack, stack full of seeds. Drop the tooth-filled maw, consuming all thing like Goldfield, sage, soap, beatnik dreams. Got it, the buck-tooth minotaur in his labyrinth. As people huddle in the masses in the terror. Moment claw to the surface with a mobile phone. Need their own no discernible purpose. Be esoteric, be deep. Be absolutely vague, be cheap. Be esoteric, be deep. Be absolutely vague. Cheap knit sweater, flannel clad in suspenders, wool socks, vomit forth from his second-hand sneakers. Beard wax, mustache, violent haberdasher, benefactor, hordes, pay me more, sided with the bitch. Now I dance on the floorboard. What for? Shit called the shit stack. Any answers? The view is better up here. I have what you covet and you have what I fear. He said the view is better up here. I have what you covet and you have what I fear. Be esoteric, be deep. Be absolutely vague, be cheap. Be esoteric, be deep. Be absolutely vague, be cheap. Be esoteric, be deep. Be absolutely vague, be cheap. Be esoteric, be deep. Be absolutely vague. This will make it all better. This will make it worthwhile. This link I sent to my Aunt Deborah. It ain't you, but it made her smile. Be esoteric, be deep. Be absolutely vague, be cheap. Be esoteric, be deep. Be absolutely absolutely fake. Thank you. This next song is called Wicked. It's about wanting to escape a town that you're kind of you're boxed in because maybe I had no money and I couldn't get away from it. It's called Wicked. Get back, and I was told to never grow old, but the years continue to stack up like the smoke coming out the home of a life that I thought I wanted. If that don't give me away, I guess I'll stay here in the land of the wicked. Misfit, the lavish kiss of a stone cold lips makes the king among thieves. They all try to be living in the land of the wicked. This town where we all go down. I go down, oh I go down. In this town where we all go down. The outskirts just the same. Car false life inside my brain that maybe this is what I want. But the wind swept away the thoughts of yesterday and all the people along with it. Far from those rainy days and the banks of snow that towered o'er all the walks and ways to escape the fate that you can leave, but apart we'll always stay with the wicked. I go down, no, I go down. In this town where we all go down. I go down, oh, I go down. In this town where we all go down. Thank you. So this next one, I wrote it between 2020 and 2021 during quarantine and during the Black Lives Matter movement and George Floyd and all of that stuff that was going on. Really, it weighed heavy on me and everything in my life also. And so I wrote this song kind of out of anger. But as I kept writing, I realized the only thing that I could do was be better every day. And if you're better every day and everybody strives to be a little bit better, I mean, the world's gonna be better. And so this song's really, I mean, it's really about hope. I come from a land of trees, Joe, take me down an old dirt road across these streets that I used to call my home. Not anymore, not anymore. And I'm sure you'll wait for me when it's over. Just show me love and I will fight. Show me all your pain and I'll help you make it through the night. When it's dark, when it's dark. And I'm sure you'll wait for me when it's all over. See the people marching the streets, looking to find the answers that we know could never be. Not in this land, in this country. And I'm sure you'll wait for me when it's over. And I'm sure you'll wait for me when it's over. And I'm sure you'll wait for me when it's over.
Thank you. No. This next song we've got for you was actually written by our very own Clinton Smith on the drums. This song is called 12 Steps.
And it creeps in the night when I'm all alone. Comes through the walls in my head. Makes me feel like I wanna be dead. And when I'm sitting there staring at the wall, you know I wonder what my life's all about. 'Cause I've seen the backside of 25 and I haven't found out about love, about money, about silly things and games we play. We're all the same. I had it all and it burned away. And you know that's why I had to get away. I couldn't stay, oh, I couldn't stay. We all end up in the same place. I get there first and light the way. And you know that's why I had to get away. I couldn't stay, oh, I couldn't stay. We all end up in the same place. I get there first and light the way. Found a confessional inside a church pew, disguised as a journal. I guess we all got demons on our mind all the time, and we're all alike. And you know that's why I had to get away. I couldn't stay, oh, I couldn't stay. We all end up in the same place. I get there first and light the way. And you know that's why I had to get away. I couldn't stay, oh, I couldn't stay. We all end up in the same place. I get there first and light the way.
Thank you, guys. Once again, we are the Trees. Thank you to the Boise Hive for having us. We're really excited to be here. And oh man, someone remind me. I forgot. I totally spaced out the name of the band right before us. OPTIFLYNN. They played a great set. Look them up. It sounded great. But yeah, we got one more for you. And this song is about cutting toxic people out of your life, which I think we can all agree is a good thing. And it's about that realization when it happens that like, oh, everything's gonna be better now. It's called SDT.
Not in words, but in tone and in turn of phrase. Nepotism fuels the fire. What desired is a watered down, syndicated rerun. You won't even miss them when they go. They fill their vacancies with clones. I know we've all seen this one before, and we let it go, and we let it go, and we let it go, and we let it go. Conform to the form you feel, yields validity and value. Lazy top, mange, cup of razor, lines on fire, or frozen rope swing. 1914, Beano in the mix. Probably gonna slip, trip, probably gonna miss, probably regret, probably drink a little more. I know we've all seen this one before, and we let it go, and we let it go, and we let it go, and we let it go. His bad fate is fading fast.
camping before, but I don't think he's been camping before, and that's based on the time we went camping together. He probably looks at himself in the mirror a lot. I don't know if he likes what he sees, but I bet he does it. But he can sure play the guitar a lot better than me, I know. We've all seen this one before, and we let it go. We let it go. We let it go. And 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 we let it go. Where the trees, the trees. Thank you guys so much.
Get drunk and sing how to clean everything. Top of our lungs. Pass around the bottle, knowing glances everything we've ever done. From suicide attempts to bad birthdays. At Yamaha, you have the sound of your first drum. Let's drink. Locos, no greed, no God, no hope. Bird hands cover me. We rise, we bleed, we got everything we need. Still got holes, got sound to beat. Let's address that elephant that follows me to every fucking room. Surround the graced hot silhouettes, houses semi-dark. We rise across in the graceful spot. I want you to know that your worries are my worries too. Let's drink to Old Coast. No greed, no God, no hope. Burden hands cover me. We rise, we bleed. We got everything we need. Still got holes, got self to beat. Well, I've come to terms with there'll be things I've never seen. There'll be story arcs I wrote in my mind. I threw out before the first scene. Drunk and sing how to clean everything. Top of our lungs. Hands around the bottle, knowing glances and everything we've ever done.
Back to Live at the Hive. We're just finishing up with the trees. Cameron, Casey, and Clinton. Clinton, what do you have to say for yourself?
I was proud of that set. We tried to do a little bit more of a stripped down version than we did last time we were here, and I was really happy with it. What do you think?
I thought it sounded great. What did you guys think? Yeah. So brought the house down. It's been a minute since you've been back. Tell us what you've been up to, songwriting wise. What's new?
We have most of what we did. I think the last show that we played was here because that was right before everything kind of fell apart. and we've been very cautious about the shows we play. We did play an opening set for Axiom the Wise when he did a album release. Other than that, we've just been working on a lot of new music, and we're hoping to, in the summer or maybe late fall or something, release our third full album. So we've been working on a lot of that and tightening up this set the last couple weeks.
Well, was any of that the stuff coming up on the third album played tonight?
Yep. The last song that we played, SDT, will be on that album, and the song that I didn't say the name of, but I talked about being a local band and how difficult that is. It's called Be Esoteric, Be Deep, and that one will be on there too.
I love that one, by the way. We were getting all the giggles in there, me and Jason. Great set. Anyways, thanks for sharing your energy. Haven't heard from you yet. What's up over here?
Hey, we're just happy to be out and having fun, and we love the Hive and support everything you guys are doing. So when you guys hit us up, we're going to show up. So thanks for having us.
Thanks for coming out. Yeah. And speaking of the Hive, what's your Hive story? How did you guys end up? What's your connection to the Hive? Other than, I mean, we love having you here to play, but how did you? What's the story? What's the connection? Who wants to tackle this? Cameron?
I can take it. So I first found out about the Hive when I was looking for bands. So it was before I met them, and a lot of people they said, "Hey, we'll meet at the Hive," and I was like, "I have no idea what that is." And so I came in. I'm like, "Oh, this is kind of a cool place," and those didn't pan out. But I'm with them now. But then once I was here, I started reading up about the Hive's message and what it's all about, and it's a really, I mean, it's awesome what you guys are doing. And so when we were given an opportunity to play here the first time, we jumped on it because we like supporting Boise businesses and stuff like that, but we like to support people with a good message and a good vision and stuff like that. And the Boise Hive is great for that.
Well, you guys were a perfect fit for what the Hive's trying to do here, the Boise Hive, and your music and your message. So thank you for sharing it with us. We have all kinds of resources here for local music community, musicians that are struggling. We have referral programs. We've got counselors here, and it's free of charge. And more than anything else, we have a community. And we've got a great group of people here that keep the lights on, volunteers and donors throughout the valley and the world, really. And so it's kind of cool to see everybody come together and watch the fruits of what this place has provided for bands like the Trees to come produce good fruits for the whole world to partake. So
let the whole world have good mental health.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And you know what? It starts right here. It starts with you and I and each one of us in our hearts. So again, thank you for coming. We have if you know of anybody that needs some resources, we have an email, thrive@boisehive.org, and we have a counselor on the other end of that will get back to you, and we'll get you taken care of. So other than music, what do you guys like to do to take care of your, mental health and stay sharp and happy?
Casey and I actually just got done about a couple years ago remodeling an old building in the North End and turning it into a Zen center. And so Casey and I sit together and we meditate about an hour every day, actually. So we're really into our mental health. We're really into it.
That's what's up. Meditate. Bam. I can't add anything better than that. What about you?
I tried. I went once to their meditation.
Too much Zen for you?
Yeah, a little too much Zen. But yeah, I don't know. We just we play music and we practice a couple times a week, and that's it. A lot of our practices turn into kind of strip down counseling sessions, I guess, so we can all air our grievances with the world and what's going on in our life. So it's definitely helpful. And I mean, not just a band anymore, but really good friends. So it's easy to confide in these people, and they're definitely a bit of a lifeline sometimes for myself.
Cool. Be there for your people.
What happens at practice stays at practice.
All good things, I'm sure. All good things. All right. Any parting words? Where can the people find you? What do you have coming next, by the way, other than the studio work? Any shows coming up?
I don't think we have any shows coming up at the moment. We're trying to set some stuff up for the summer, play some outdoor shows. But other than that, it's just mostly the recordings, and we're going to be maybe dropping an EP here shortly, and then the album. You can find us on Facebook.com/TheTreesTheTrees. You can check us out on Instagram, TheTreesX2. We have our own website, TheTreesTheTrees.com, and you can check us out on Spotify or anywhere else you listen to music, I think.
Is there something other than Spotify?
We're not even going to go touch that.
Deezer, I guess.
All the things, all the places. Look them up. The Trees. Are you at Tree Fort this year?
Unfortunately, we're not at Tree Fort this year.
That's a crying shame. Maybe next year. But so the good news is, if you need a band to book while all these Tree Fort bands can't play, call the Trees.
Yeah,
they'll come play. Anyways,
We even named it for the Tree Fort. I mean, God.
From the City of Trees, I'm Daniel. For everybody here at the Boise Hive and all of you at home, we want to say thank you for coming in, and thanks for joining us. And we will see you next time on Live at the Hive. Great show.
My name is Ann Padilla. I'm a board member at the Boise Hive and the mental health coordinator there as well. A big part of our population is at risk. Men, in particular, are at a higher risk from 20 to 70 years old are at a higher risk of actually completing suicide. Things you might not know about the Hive is that the whole agency was started for musicians who were underinsured, not only underinsured, but had no resources to go to. And so it was people that came together that were noticing suicide in their community amongst musicians. And that's why the Boise Hive was started. We want to take on this issue of the mental health stigma and people reaching out. We find that people who reach out for their mental health are actually stronger for doing so, but that is not necessarily how our culture sees it. We still have that age-old idea that people have to do this alone and have to be in this by themselves, whereas we see it as a community problem and that we actually need to go out in the community and ask the question to folks and then know what to do. We recently didn't have the hotline until 5 or so years ago as well. We were one of the last states to get the suicide hotline. One of the big missions of the Hive is then our mental health program, and we've been lucky to have mental health professionals in the community donate their time, their one-on-one pro bono time, and it's been amazing. In fact, for all the community to come together in this is what it takes. I know a lot of people who would say counseling is a good idea, but it would never work for me. And we want to treat mental health counseling like we would physical health. In this way, I think we need to be open to all kinds of ways to approaching mental health. If we didn't have our volunteers, our volunteer staff, our volunteer counselors, this agency wouldn't be around. The exciting news for the mental health program this year has been that we've gotten our first collaboration with BSU, and I now have a student under me named Bardo Martinez, and Bardo is a BSW student, and he is doing his intern here this year.
My name is Bardo Martinez. I'm an intern here at the Hive. I am helping Ann to develop the mental health / social work side of the Hive. And currently we have decided to have open hours Fridays from 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. And the goal here is to kind of assess what kind of services or resources our guests would benefit from. So that would really help us in figuring out what direction we should go in or how to improve in general.
You can get in touch with us at boisehive.org. You can request counseling there, and you can always drop by and see us at 3907 Custer Drive, right behind Rocky's Diner.
Thank you.